Hey guys, Bone here. Welcome to another Fallout 76 commentary. In today's video, I want to show you how to launch a nuke. So we're at site, Bravo at the moment, and we're going to launch a nuke. I'll be explaining my tips and trying to slow down and explain every step on each process on how to launch a nuke. Now, if you remember, if this video is helpful, and you like me to make more, remember to like, comment, subscribe, and favorite, and all that good stuff. And my Discord link and my Facebook link will be in the description down below. So join the Bone community. And yeah, let's get into the video. Now first, this is our template if you want to launch nukes in our Discord. So please do this, it is helpful and it gets everyone a notification on when you post a nuke in our Discord server. So yeah, that is our template. Now we're in the first step of launching a nuke. Now right here it's telling you to pretty much access the terminal. But you don't really need to do that. You can just skip to the biometric ID tubes and pretty much just continue the process from there. Yeah, Bethesda's been lying to you the entire time. You can just do this in pretty much easy way and go straight to the tubes. So that's what we're doing. Now this takes 2 seconds and the game's already glitched me out of tube, but it's still working. Good old game. And right now I'll be showing you spots for where the biometric ID cards spawn. So let's go find the biometric IDs. So pretty much there is a bear with me on this, guys. I take out that robot because I hate the robots. Hate these bloody Mr. Handies too, they're annoying. Get in your way. And by the way, I am wearing power armor for this if anyone notices, because power armor is just a lot easier to use in a silo and you get less rides. So there's a biometric ID card on the table. So there's one. You can get one on the table. You get one back on here. You can get one on the pool table. You can get one. Hold on. You can get one on the weights. You can get one on that table. You can get one on that table. And you can find one in that cabinet. And you can find that one in that locker. Well, both of them are lockers. And you can find one under the pillow. And you can find one there on the table. And you can find one there on the table. And pretty much you can find one there on the machine. So let's get in. You just scan your ID on the card reader and access fabricate biometric ID, and then that removes your blank ID card, and we can get into pretty much the next step, because all we need to do is just scan the ID card and access the next place. So people ask me, how do I take assaultrons out when I'm running silos? This is how you do it. You shoot them in the leg and you cripple them. See how I'm shooting them in the leg? And I'm trying to make the assaultron go to the floor? Like that. And I use my cover. Now in the next step, we're going to be repairing the reactors. These are pipes basically all around this section of the silo. So there's one there when you first start off. There's actually a freestyle legendary, so we'll take that out. I don't know what I'm going to get from it. Probably shit, because Bethesda's been giving me fucking shit. But we'll take that out. Let's see what we got. A Ghoul Slayers? Limb damage? Really? That's fucking horseshit. Anyway, yes, I know you can hack the door and go through the terminal, but I don't have 3 stars in perception, so this is going to help the players who don't have 3 stars in perception. This one learn where all the pipes are. Anyway, there's a pipe there. There's a pipe there. There's a pipe there. Pretty much I'm just bypassing all these enemies because I don't want to deal with these enemies. But there's a pipe there. There's a pipe there. And there's a pipe there. And there's a pipe there. And this is pretty much straightforward. They're all in the same areas. So this step's pretty much easy, quick if you know where all of them are. There's another one there. And there's one right behind it. So pretty, basic step. There's one there. And there's another one there. There's another one right next to it on its, your left. That's pretty much all of them. It's a pretty basic step, you can do this quick. And we're just going to go back to the terminal and shut down the reactor pipes or restart them. And on to the next step, guys. Now, the next step is pretty much just shooting these mainframe cores off these panels. It's pretty easy to have an explosive weapon. My best tip for this is use a quad explosive weapon because it does more shots and you can take out more mainframe cores per shots. Pretty much, they're in each section in different rooms. Some rooms have turrets. I take out that turret, so pretty basic step also. Not really that hard to take out mainframe cores. You can do this pretty quickly. So there's like time against this panel. Taking out that robot. And, shooting these mainframe cores out. And, yeah. Yes.
Oh, hello there!
Now, this step is you just basically go into the computer, try and access the security door until you know you need to replace the damaged mainframe cores with repaired mainframe cores, and yeah. Now, I know you can repair these mainframe cores, and yeah, it's quicker, but I'll show people who don't have time to find those junks and stuff like that, and people who just want to do it learn all the mainframe cores basically. So right now we're just collecting the mainframe cores, slow process, but so there's one there when you first start off in your terminal, and there's one supposed to be spawning down there. Now, just a disclaimer, I did kill every enemy in here to make the recording a lot easier for me. There's one there. And sometimes these are a pain in the ass to pick up. It takes me, well, not long, but like a second. And there's two that spawn down here. That's 3, or 4, sorry. And there's one that spawns down there, and then one that spawns like that side over there. There's one that spawns between the boxes, it spawns down there. Now we go into this room, one that spawns right there, number 5. Got an assault room behind me again, level 23. So we'll take that one out. One that spawns there, on top of the armor. Workbench, one that spawns there on the tray. Another one that spawns there on the tray. Pretty much one that spawns there on like the leg side of the table. It's one that spawns at the bottom of this freaking machine. And that's pretty much this room. That's pretty much this room. On to the next room. So you got one that spawns there on the bench. Got one that spawns there on the shelf. And you got one that spawns pretty much outside here on the crate shelves. Now, so that's 7 or 8, but you got one that spawns on another shelf on these boxes. You got another one that spawns up here in that crate. You got another one besides the crate. And you got one, in these cardboard boxes. Now, you guys can be counting. I think I'm on 10 at the moment. There's one that spawns on that forklift side. There's one that spawns on that container, or, that barrel thing. There's one that spawns on top of these shelves in that box. That's a hidden one, if you guys didn't know that one. There's one that spawns in the corner there, between those boxes. That's 11, I think. Onto the next room. There's one that spawns in that, whatever, that blue container thingy. There's one that spawns in that crate. Got some robots, take care of. Finally, fucking registers. One on that Tinker's workbench. There's one that spawns in those blue containers. There's one that spawns in the box. And there's one that spawns on there, on that container. There's one that spawns in the, whatever these are called. I don't know what they're called, like lockers or something. There's one that spawns in the cardboard box. I think we're in 15 at the moment. I could be wrong. Please correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. There's one that spawns in that container box. Cardboard box, wooden box. One that spawns on the, another container. There's one that spawns in those plastic containers. One that spawns in there. Oh, that was a barrel back there. Correct myself. Pretty much you got all these mainframe cores. Those, are basically all of them. There's more, but I haven't pretty much, I think that's enough. There's more, but, I could go on whole depth on that. But pretty much those are the basic locations. Right now we're just waiting for the mainframe cores to be placed into the wall panels. Takes its time. This is probably the step that takes the longest out of all the steps. But when that's done, pretty much open the door. That's basically the step done, and on to the next step. That is doing the launch prep. So yeah. Now you pretty much go on this terminal. Go all the way down and initiate launch prep. And yeah, this is the final step. Now I've killed all the enemies like I always do to make these videos a lot easier. But there's a tip here. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It's 50-50. But if you leave the iBots alive, most of the time the enemies won't spawn in. That's why I have these two iBots alive. Hopefully it works for me. If it doesn't, I have to kill enemies. But if, just double check if enemies are spawning below and killing the robots, because it'll just make it a lot easier on your behalf when you're doing this step. But right now, basically, we're just keeping the iBots alive, and yeah. Pretty easy step, Pretty easy step, Hopefully you guys are learning a lot. I like making these educational videos to help other players out there that might have not launched a nuke or a bit rusty of launching nukes. And yeah, I just love helping out people in the Fallout community, because it's a great community and I love it. Great community. Made a lot of friends with this game, and pretty much other games of the Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas. But I can digress. Actually, I thought I saw a robot down there, but nah. But you know, we got the iBots shooting us, and don't worry, the iBots won't kill the robots. They're not really that powerful, even if they're doing double. If you really are not worried about them killing the robot, kill one of them and let's leave one behind. But yeah. This is just like a long process. I think it takes like 5 minutes. If you're launching prepping the silo, you know, 5 minutes to 6 minutes. That's with no mistakes. So you know, it's not the longest process of launching a nuke, but it's one of the processes because you have like no control over this. This is pretty much, you know, they've put a time estimation on these preps, so all you can do is wait. Now, I've heard something that my launch progress is stalled. I better check if there's any robots. I don't know why I'm just standing there. Yeah, now that I hear that my robots are destroyed, I'm like, hang on, it didn't work. So this is why it's 50-50. Stuff, you know, it's make sure, you know, so because your robots will get destroyed, and yeah, pretty much just make sure. Because look, there's tons of robots right here, and I didn't even, you know, I didn't even double check because, you know, and I make this tutorial. I should, you know, you should always double check, you know, just in case robots do spawn, because it'll make it a lot easier. And now I have to clone the robots again. So, you know, just double check. That's all I can say. Just double check. If you are trying the 2 iBot method, just always double check. So you pretty much, you know, when a robot's destroyed, you go to the terminal, and yeah, and just replace it, and you know, it will come back out and go to the same terminal, and iBot's in the way, of course.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Now, I pretty much died in that last clip, as you guys know, so I pretty much just skipped all these nonsense and pretty much put all the robots back in, you know, replaced them all, and, you know, just made it the last section a lot quicker for you guys, so yeah. Now launch prep's complete after all that bullshit, and you're going to need this nuke card that I'll show you. Where is it? Hold on. Now you're going to need one of these. Now I have 20 because I'm lucky and I'm loaded, but you know, you put it there. Now the codes here, they change every week, and you can just go on Nuke Equipped and stuff like that, but this is the terminal to launch it from, and you can even go on my Discord. We have the new codes there, but if you're launching the Queen, this is for Queen users, put the nuke there. But if you're launching it anywhere else, I don't care. But if you're launching Queen, put the circle there, because it helps the melee builds. So yeah, that's the launch nuke. Enjoy.